Continue class of the 8th standard geography, which already we have read in our first chapter, resources. It is the second part of this chapter, and in this part we will complete this chapter. We will try to complete. So the next heading for the resources, first we already discussed in our previous class the resources, the importance of resources, the different types of resources. Now the main topic is division of the natural resources. This division is on the basis of the four main types. First category is on the basis of origin. The natural resources are divided on the basis of origin. It means how they originate. Under this category there are two main types of the resources: biotic. On the basis of resource, on the basis of the origin, natural resources are divided: biotic resources and abiotic. So these are two main category under the origin: biotic resources, abiotic resources. Biotic means all the living things, they are under the biotic resources. So they are known as living or organic. They are called living and organic resources also. For example, all type of plants and animals. All type of plants and animals are under the biotic resources. Now the next one is the abiotic resources. They are non-living thing, non-living. So they are called non-living or inorganic resources. For that we can take an example of the non-living things like minerals. Example: minerals, metals, soil, etc. We can take the example like non-living things. So they are called organic, biotic, organic, abiotic, inorganic. Examples are written here. Next category under this division of the natural resources, it is divided on the basis of the development, how they develop. So they are called, if under the development we think, they are actual. Two category again here: actual and potential. Potential resources and actual resources, two type of resources under the category of the development. So actual, what is actual resources? Actual resources means if we know the quantity of the resources. If the quantity of resources is known, quantity is known. If we know the quantity, it is under the actual resources. If we may not know the quantity, they are under the potential resources. Actual means if we know the quantity of resources, they are actual resources. For example, we can take an example of Rajasthan, because copper deposit is there. So copper deposit in Khetari in Rajasthan is an example of actual. And uranium, example, uranium is an example of Ladakh. It is example of potential resources because we may not know and we are not using that resource at present. Maybe we use it with the technology in the future, but now we are not knowing about this quantity of the resources, so they are under the potential resources. So clear, on the basis of the development, they are developed actually or not actually, so they are actual and the potential. Third category under this division of the natural resources is on the basis of distribution, how they are distributed. If they are distributed localized, it means localized and may be ubiquitous. So there are two type of resources under this distribution of the resources localized. If the resources are localized, it means they are at the certain places. They found, if they found at certain places, if they are found at the certain places, they are called the localized. If they found everywhere on the earth, it means they are called the ubiquitous resources. It means everywhere means land is everywhere, air is everywhere. So these are the example of ubiquitous. And localized means if they are found at the certain places, at the fixed places, like the minerals silver, gold, copper, iron, they are having their own places from where we can get them. The last category of the natural resources is on the basis of the renewability. Renewability means how we are using them. Usability, it means renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources and the non-renewable resources. Renewable resources means the resources which are renewed and replenished quickly after using. If they are renewed and replenished, they are unlimited. Okay, example we can take sun, because sun energy we are getting from sun, wind energy we are getting from wind, and they are unlimited. They can renewed again and again, every day they can renewed. They are not limited. So we can say that the renewable means unlimited. Sun, air, these are the example of the renewable. Non-renewable means they are limited. If the resources are exhausted once, we cannot replenish it in a very short time. We cannot renew them in a very short time. So they are called the non-renewable. All the metals and the minerals are the example of non-renewable resources. So this is the one topic. Under this topic, 4 categories are there for our natural resources. The division of the natural resources are in the 4 categories. First is on the basis of their origin. On the basis of their origin, 2 categories are there. On the basis of their development, again 2, actual and potential. On the basis of the distribution, there are localized and the ubiquitous. And on the basis of the renewability, renewable and the non-renewable. So one topic is clear here. Many questions can be there from this topic. Maybe one long question, maybe some differentiate, like differentiate between the renewable and non-renewable, write the difference, distinguish between the potential and the actual. So many type of questions may be there from this topic. Next is conservation. Conservation means, what does conservation means? Means save. When we save something, that is conservation. Save water, save land, save our environment, it is called the conservation. So in this chapter we conserve our resources. It means we are reading about the conservation of our natural resources. Conservation means the wise and judicial wise and the judicial use of natural resources. This is the definition. Wise and the judicial use of the natural resources is our conservation of the natural resources. We should make some proper planning to use our resources. For that, some steps should be taken. Some steps. Steps means there are certain steps. With the help of these steps we can conserve our resources. They are maintain the diversity of the life, and we have to recycling and reusing the resources. It is very essential. maintain the resources, maintain the all resources in a proper way, so that we can use it in present as well as the future also. So these all are the point for the step taken to the conservation of the natural resources. One last topic including in this chapter is called the sustainable development. Sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Sustainable development refers all over the development of our nation. If we want to develop our country, our nation, we have to sustain our resources. We have to make proper planning for our resources. This planning refers to the sustainable development, and sustainable development means all over the development of our country and without damaging. This development is without damaging the natural resources, without harming our natural resources. We have to sustain our resources. This is called the sustainable development, and it also supportive for our next future. So this is your topic. It complete here. So you have a quick feedback that division of the natural resources. In this, the 4 category, the conservation, certain steps should be taken to conserve the natural resources. After then, one more important topic is sustainable development. Thank you.